within our lives, a lot of people are trying to get somebody to change or transform, but they're like, why is it not happening? And what I realized was that, in effect, every conversation between a couple, it really gets broken down into 3 categories, okay? I implore you to really internalize this idea. The first level, that I'll call it, is the basic conversation between a couple. Literally stuff that's just nothing, because when you're building a relationship, that's what you're doing. That's what you're talking about, okay? The second level is a little bit heavier conversations. And the third level is transformation. It's transformative conversations. Like, you know, you really need therapy, you know, like you have real anger issues. Like, this is a real problem. I think you need to be diagnosed, or I think you'd really need to go to a doctor, get some, you know, medication. That's like those level of conversation. It's a much heavier conversation. It's that third level of conversation. And what I realized is that many couples are going about this completely wrong. Because they're in so much pain, or they're angry, or they're upset, what are they really doing? They're having very strong level 2 and level 3 conversations. So most of their interaction is not anymore, oh, you ate tuna fish or peanut butter. What's their conversations at that point? You know, you're really sick. You're really crazy. There's something wrong with you. Who raised you? I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? I was duped. This is a mekach tais. Like, this is not what I signed up for. That's most of their conversations. What I realized was, you can't have a level 2 to level 3 conversation if you don't actually have a level 1. If you don't actually have a marriage to fight for, if you don't have something to have a reason, a compelling reason, like, I really like this person, therefore I will change for them, then you're not gonna change. I was telling this to my wife, like, this really struck me, because a lot of couples, they come in and I say to them, take a week, take 2 weeks, don't talk about heavy stuff in your house. It's almost like doing surgery, like heart surgery, in your own home. It's not a sterile environment. The patient could die, they could get an infection. If you're gonna open up, you can't do that in a place where it's not conducive. Have that here, in my office, we'll do it here. But for the next week, build a marriage. I always said this, build a marriage, and then come back, and then we'll talk about the heavier stuff. What's really being conveyed is not just build a marriage, is spend time on level 1. Build your time, go for walks. Don't talk about why you're bad, talk about why you're good. Usually then, a lot of your negativity goes away, because your complaints are no longer complaints, right? What are you complaining about? You weren't here? You were here. You're complaining that the person was upset and angry with you? They weren't upset and angry with you. You know, a lot of the level 2 stuff just goes away. You want to have a serious conversation now? Like, by the way, like, you know, you really need to spend more time with our child. Fine, you could talk now. You could talk like a mensch. You'll take out all the venom, all the animosity. Like, you'll be able to talk just like, yeah, you know, I think, like, you're an amazing husband. We just had a amazing week. But, like, our kid could use a little bit more of your time. Oh, okay, I could hear that. It's so much more accepted because you actually have a level 1. You actually have a marriage.